Hello, my fellow teabags. Cinex77 coming at you today, and doing a little VR for Carter for Juju 1313, where he wants to know about using a folding knife as primary defense. Well, bro, to be perfectly honest, I have to agree with you about one thing, that, it is the oldest weapon we have, the knife is. It is one of the first weapons we ever made. And it's going to be one of the most go-to weapons that we have. Because in time of extreme crisis, edged weapons are going to be more utilized than guns, I believe, because ammo is going to be a commodity. So, like I said, in extreme crisis. But I'd rather not go about extreme crisis. I'd rather go about actuality on a daily basis. I do believe, yes, that the knife should be the primary form of self-defense. Plain and simple. And it goes along with a bunch of the reasons that you said, and then some. When it comes to folding knives, you're right, you don't need any type of sheath system. Folders nowadays, are like these Kershaws. You can get them automatic, or like this Boker that should look awfully familiar. It's not auto, but it's got a flipper on it, so it's easily, different opening mechanisms. This one has the thumb disc on it, and it's also assisted. Just so many different styles and options to choose from, that it's really just, it's should be fundamental. It really should. Because plain and simple, there are knives out there that people go out their way to possess, just because of the fact that they are meant for self-defense. Take it such as this 511 Cub Karambit. Beautiful, beautiful weapon to have in any type of self-defense. But it's also it's a multitasker. Not only is it a weapon, but it's also a tool. It's a tool that can help make more tools, more weapons, get you food, get you water. It's underrated, to be honest. It is the most underrated invention of all times, and I'm glad that there are people out there other than myself who are knowledgeable about that. Now, God forbid that you ever have to get in a situation where you have to sit there and take another person's life. But if you really have the backbones, so to speak, for the lack of a better term, to take somebody's life, I believe it should be done with a knife, because I do believe it can be cleaner than a gun. Yes, I do say cleaner. It can be more humane, because plain and simple, guns can misfire. They can break. If a knife breaks, then you still have something to protect yourself with. It might be shorter, it might not be as pokey, but you still have something. With a gun, once it misfires, they have an opportunity to take that gun away from you, and if a spring or something like that should break, Well, only thing that thing is good for then at that point is a club. And sorry, it's going to take me less swings with a knife than it's going to take somebody swinging a gun to put me down. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I feel about it. I believe it's just one of those things. And plus, not to mention practicality. Coming from, like, I'm not going to say the streets, but I did run around a lot growing up. And it was easier for me to get my hands on a knife to defend myself than it was to get my hands on a gun. So I've always carried a knife for a very long time, whether it be an old school style pocket knife like a slip joint, or something along the lines of what you see in front of you, which is what I more or less carry nowadays. I've always carried a knife on me, and it's always been for the reason of self-preservation and a tool. Those are the only true reasons why I carry a knife. Because there's been times where I needed a knife as a tool, didn't have one. There's been times where I needed a knife as a weapon and didn't have one. So, or there's actually been times where I needed a weapon and didn't have one. A knife would have been very handy. But yeah, as a primary weapon, I do believe knives hold their own place. Because, to be perfectly honest, if you plan on taking somebody's life with an edged weapon, then you have a particular type of backbone about you. And that, honestly, that takes some stones, so to speak. Because any idiot can pull a trigger. Not to degrade or put anybody down, but it's true. You can teach a monkey how to pull a trigger. It takes somebody with a particular fortitude to actually go up to somebody and take their life with an edged weapon. Or even procure a meal, such as hunting with an edged weapon. It'll let you know what type of person you really are. So that's that. Thank y'all very much for watching. Carter, I hope this answers your question from my perspective. Thank y'all very much. Have a nice day. Keep your finger in the choil. Bye.